I think someone got evicted in my neighborhood because I found this stuff on the street that I normally don't find. I find like crap on the street, but I did find these things. This like $500 what do you call that? It says stereo power amplifier on it. It's a power conditioner? I don't know. It's something for like high def audio so that you can get like the power to everything's all distributed nicely. And these nice 4 little whatever you call those. And then these guys, well, I found these in a different thing. And then I also found this, which is an actual, this is a stereo. So I'm kind of unsure if I should take it apart or not. But then I'm like, how much music equipment do I have? I should definitely take this apart. Looks like these 4 screws. Ooh, it looks like someone switched one of those out, because that is not a Phillips head. They're a little rusty, so you gotta give them some elbow grease to get them going. But once they get going, pretty good. And this guy. There is an RCA TV input, RCA CD player input, RCA tape in, tape out, VCR RCA in and out. These speakers, I know that I plugged those, whatever those speakers I found on the street and they worked. And then these are for the antenna. What's funny is I attached a wire into the antenna for the FM radio. The FM radio didn't work when I had it tuned to NPR. But when you put the wire in, it kind of worked a little bit better. And then I shoved the wire in between the window panes that are metal. I turned my windows into an antenna, and it got a perfect signal. The screw that I dropped fucking fell into my shoe. Look at that! It fell into my goddamn shoe and got into one of them. A tiny little screw into my shoe. Screw into my shoe. Screw into. When I said I had plenty of crap to take apart, this thing is like 100 pounds. It works because I plugged my laptop into it, and it worked like it should. I'm trying to think what would be in there that would be very exciting. A cathode ray tube, maybe. Check out that transformer. Fucking huge. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. And then there's another little baby transformer. Looks like a voltage regulator of sorts. Spiders. Relay. The 2 FM AM coils. Ooh. That's what the big heat sinks are attached to. These giant, gotta be voltage regulators. Well, they don't say much about themselves on there, but yeah. So assuming those 4 are voltage regulators and those 2 little transistors are temperature sensors. There's the bridge rectifier. 2 diodes facing one direction, 2 diodes the other direction, which means that the AC voltage comes in the black and red into this transformer, and it has a bunch of different output voltages. Ooh, that's kind of nifty. Oh, that's the tuning coil for the super old school transistor radio. Well, I think I'm going to leave this intact because there isn't really anything that I want in there that I don't already have. I have plenty of these guys and these guys and those guys. I have one of those. I mean, I had an old radio from the 20s or like the 30s. Used this thing, which is like it's a variable capacitor to change the frequencies, because the frequency is equal to 1 divided by the square root of the resistance times the capacitance times 2 times pi. Change the capacitance. You can change the capacitance using this guy. Based on the way the gears are shaped, you can do it exponentially. So over the night, I took apart the stereo and I did some modifications. I took some isopropyl alcohol and a special tool. Where is it? It's for cleaning circuit boards. You take isopropyl alcohol and you just cleaned all the circuit boards. I noticed that these 2 transistors, the 2N5551s, were a little sketchy, so I replaced them, and I hot snotted them down. That was nice. Everything seems to be looking great. I also took some WD-40 to get rid of the rust. I cleaned all of this like spider junk out of it.
Homegrown talent for high-paying jobs. New jobs in those growing states will go to people with college degrees who move in from elsewhere. The report comes as teachers rally to demand better resources in states including Oklahoma, Kentucky, and West Virginia. The government says consumer prices are down for the first time in about 10 months. The cost at the gas pump declined in March, but the Labor Department says underlying inflation continues to firm with rising prices for health care and rental accommodation. You're listening to NPR News.
From KQED.